Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And we are underway from Santa Clara. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Throwing on first is Garoppolo. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete.
So it looked like maybe his third or his fourth read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
11. White. Go ahead.
Garoppolo again here on 2nd and 10. Throw right side taken in by Pettis. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 47.
Here we go. 80. 11. Go ahead.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. It's a gain of 7, and it's a 2nd down.
I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so, and gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it, and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
11.
Again, they'll throw with Garoppolo. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him.
There's a little bit of defense right there. Nickel set, 5 defensive backs. They just snuffed out every route that was going. Quarterback never got rid of the football.
And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down.
11. Here we go. Black 80. 6. Go ahead.
That's going to set him back 5 yards. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Hard throw, incomplete.
Well, they're slinging it, and then there's one you got to put a timer on, huh? I mean, that one came in hot.
That came in hot, but overthrown out of his reach and incomplete. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on fourth.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39. Gun, gun. Gun, gun.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. After the interception, here's Jackson dancing to his left. He's got Buck Allen. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. He got 29 yards that time. First red zone chance now for the Ravens. 1st and 10 at the 19. From the gun, it's Jackson. His throw caught right around the 6. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. The Raven passing game getting in sync. Another first down. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
And the ball smacked down on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Jackson. He'll buy some time right. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down. So 3rd and goal, and the 49er faithful making some noise for their defense. Jackson now. Steps away to his left. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. Solomon Thomas in there to drop him for a 4-yard loss, and it'll be 4th down. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. 2nd quarter now. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis with you. It's the Ravens who have the football, as we'll see one following the score on the final play before break. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll make it across the 20, as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The 49er offense now making their way out onto the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate, and of course they'd like to forget the ending, the interception, but they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Looking to complete it to Pettis, and he's got him. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And this is incomplete.
Well, partner, league-wide, I think we're set up for a wild month of January. It seems like this season, more than others, we've had a number of teams that you maybe say, hey, they're the Super Bowl favorites. Kind of the Rams early, then it was the Chiefs. Patriots kept winning, then the Saints, and now, heck, maybe even the Texans or the Bears could claim that moniker.
Yeah, it's going to make for a wild month of January. And you just wonder right now, are we missing a team or two that's just a little bit outside the playoff hunt? Could they get hot and be those teams you don't want to play and carry that momentum all the way to the Super Bowl? Yes, I'm looking at the Indianapolis Colts as one of those teams.
Detroit! Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Back to throw now on second and 10. And he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, 49ers. Marquise Goodwin, 67 yards. And the Niners are able to cash in for 6. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Baltimore's offense coming back onto the field. And for the Ravens, Charles, it's really no question that the season sort of changed when Lamar Jackson was put in at quarterback. He ran off 4 wins in his first 5 starts. The only loss in that stretch, overtime at Kansas City. And he really gave them life, didn't he?
He certainly did. And give credit to the Baltimore Ravens staff led by head coach John Harbaugh to not only make the change, but institute the type of offense that would give him a chance to be successful. Heavy run-based, him being a full part of the run game, and it has confounded defenses around the league so far. Is it sustainable? That's a question for another day. For right now, he's got a chance to run them into the playoffs.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, second and 10. Again on second and 10, it's Jackson. They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, you're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool them, right? Tried to trick them. Ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
The last catch took him 2 yards in the wrong direction, so now what can they do on third?
Detroit! Detroit!
From the gun, Jackson. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
So here's a first and 10 at the 38.
Gone! Now let's go! Blue 90! Blue 90! All right, now, lucky 56! Lucky 56!
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
Lucky 56! Lucky 56! Detroit! Detroit!
They'll look to throw here on first down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
49ers with their first trip to the red zone thus far. It's 1st and 10 from the 12. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. My good friend Charles and I right back at you after this. Took nearly the entire first half, but a first red zone opportunity for him here. It's 1st and 10 from the 12.
All right, here we go. 3-19! 3-19! Gun, gun! Gun, gun!
They'll look to throw. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Here we go now. 3-19! 3-19! No. Check. Patriot! Patriot!
And with the play clock about to expire, Kyle Shanahan's going to use a timeout as he'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
All right, here we go. Blue 90! Blue 90! Detroit! Detroit! Gun, gun! Gun, gun! All right, now, lucky 56! Lucky 56! Detroit! Detroit!
They'll drop to throw. And this one's incomplete.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Here we go now. 3-19! 3-19!
Looking to throw. And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line.
Well, every now and then you just absolutely outguess yourself. 3rd and inches, and they decide not to run the ball. You end up seeing the end result.
The end result was not good. They elect to pass, and it backfires. Robbie Gould on now to try the field goal. This is an easy one, 23-yarder. And Gould is able to put it through. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3.
That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Raven offense now, ready for another possession. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Buying time to his left. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down. Well, some news that gave us a chuckle, and we could all use that around the holiday season. Josh Johnson, a great story. He was back home in Oakland when the Redskins called to see if he'd like to join him for the remainder of the season. So how did he get to know his new teammates? Well, what did he do? He turned to the Madden game, Charles.
Yeah, and that's how you learn who they are, right? Learn what they do, have some tendencies, get some ideas about their speed and what they do well and maybe what they don't do so well. And it really helped him acclimate and got himself a big victory in Week 15 against the Jacksonville Jaguars. How about the bloodline of Josh Johnson, though? Also related to Marshawn Lynch of the Oakland Raiders and Marcus Peters of the Los Angeles Rams.
Pretty good company. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Again, Jackson. And he's got Snead. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That's good for a Raven 1st down, 15 yards there. Now Jackson on 1st down. He uncorks it for Snead. He's got it at the 15. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. So even though it's 1st down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. A 33-yarder from the left hash. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So they're still down, but they are able to salvage 3 here heading into the lockers.
This is what you work on from the beginning of training camp. Heading into the half, put some points on the board. No matter what the score says at that point, you've accomplished what you set out to do.
Fielded about a yard deep. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. The return man, Chris Moore. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there, just not playing as well as we...
And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Solomon Thomas in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon.
And that's the 2nd sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
Allen has it, left side. A gain of 32 that time. And the young buck showing that ability, that agility to dance outside of the pocket, complete the deep ball.
And don't think for a second that the coaching staff didn't have their heart rate accelerate a little bit there, right? Anytime you have those young quarterbacks and they get outside of the pocket, you're just hoping that they make good decisions because so many things can happen that can go wrong when you throw it downfield like that. He got away with it there and in a big way.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Different pass rushes are designed for different things. Sometimes you want to keep the quarterback in the pocket. Sometimes you want him to flush. I don't know exactly how this one was designed, but they made sure they moved him to his right. He got out of the pocket. Unfortunately for him, he was hit as he tried to throw the ball, and that resulted in an incompletion.
Jackson. That's caught by the former Sooner, Mark Andrews. The Raven passing game getting in sync, another first down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Lucky 56.
Jackson on first down.